is ghetto. Oh, earth is ghetto. Oh, earth is ghetto. I wanna leave. Earth is ghetto. I wanna leave. Can you beam me up? I'm out on the street by the corner store. You know the one on 15th. Got a bright shirt on, so I'm easy to see. I've been down here stranded indefinitely. I can't reach my planet, but I need to leave. You should see these people. It's hard to believe how they treat each other. It's hard to conceive. Oh, earth is ghetto. I wanna leave. Oh, earth is ghetto. I wanna leave. I wanna leave. They got their hungry, starving, nothing to eat, and the homeless living out on the street, and the sick are dying. Cricket police, politicians lying, criminals on the street. I got 5 fuel if you need it from me. I'll sit in the back if we're riding too deep. Better lock the door.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? Oh man, it's been a long time since I did a real regular video. So my name is Ivy, this channel is Boobougie, and we were talking about thrifted, clearance, and free, but we gonna get back to that. We're doing life updates, you know. So anyway, I am just leaving. Oh, my dash is heavy. I'm just leaving my job. I had to come out here and talk to them, and I thought I had well, they figured, one individual figured I had occurrences, which means you miss too many days, you know, occurrence for 3 days. So anyway, it was all incorrect. Boy, look, y'all get what y'all get. This is me. So anyway, I got that straightened out, and I'm gonna drive tomorrow and just see how things kind of play out as far as, you know, my back. And yeah, so now I'm getting ready to run and get this medicine that I actually was supposed to pick up yesterday, my happy pills. So I'm on my way to get those and run by and check the mail. So other than that, everything is pretty good. This is gonna be my first time editing, and over here where I'm at, the reception, just the regular reception, is horrible. Ooh, what's all this traffic? Ooh, it's a bunch of traffic. Glenwood Road, what's going on in 1 mile? They must be doing construction. It's always an accident somewhere out here. But anyway, yeah, I was, you know, that whole Shanquella Robinson case. You know, I only have one child, and I just can't imagine somebody doing that to my daughter. It just breaks my heart just to even see that. So anyway, I've been really posting because I want to get the word out there. And on one of the videos, I did put a tip line. So the tip line, Nancy Grace just kind of threw this out, is 888-407-4747. Why I remembered the number, I couldn't tell you. Maybe just because it hit so close to home, you know. And yeah, I just can't imagine. You know, my daughter texted me yesterday, and she was like, you know, Mom, I'm turning my phone off. So basically, if I called, I didn't get her. I knew she was turning her phone off. And, you know, I wanted to call her and say, why? What's going on? You know, because whatever's going on with her, I'm that involved to where I'm more overly involved in her life. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Knowing that I can't fix anything, that it's only God who could do the fixing, you know. And so just to imagine this baby, girl, I don't like to get no paper cut. I don't like to get poked a little finger prick. None of that. I don't like none of that. And to know that this baby, like, y'all jumped on her like that. You know, the mother said she wanted the video of her daughter being jumped on. She wanted it shared. You know, she was saying that it was painful, but she wanted it shared because she wants the world to know what they did to her baby. You know what I'm saying? And so I tried to share it on YouTube, but it got a hit for violence. And which I didn't understand that, because if you look on your timeline, your shorts, they shooting guns, they got guns, they showing off guns, but that's not considered violence. So anyway, I didn't get a strike. They just end up removing the video. But yeah, I'm gonna keep talking about that baby. You know, they were talking about she set somebody up and they got killed, and that's supposed to have been a Dejanay girl cousin that got killed. First of all, who are we to take somebody's life? That ain't our duty. That's not our duty. And who are you? You know, God said vengeance is mine. So who are you to think that you can take matters into your own hands? You know, my stomach is just tightening up and cringing right now, just thinking about that. You know, this baby. And even if she did set somebody up, I don't know, they could be just saying it to, you know, get their stuff out of hot water. But even if she did, you are not judge and jury. So, you know, we all make mistakes. We all use poor judgment at one time or another in our life. And this was definitely a poor judgment call on these people's behalf, these young people, you know. Young people, a lot of them, I don't know all of them, so I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of them, you know, they have this ideal of, I know. Like, I'm the smartest person I know, so whatever you trying to share with me, say your breath, because I know. So, I think about her when I wake up in the morning. I think about her. It's disheartening as a parent. And, you know, my daughter is 36, so my daughter is older than her, you know. But still, that's somebody's baby. I ain't talking about these mothers that don't care about their kids and just go on off and do their own thing. That's not what I'm talking about. A mother that been in the trenches, that sacrificed, that went without, that I'm talking about that would do anything to make sure their child was all right. You know what I'm saying? And I've done some of anything to make sure my child was all right. So, you know, but I commend this mother, Miss Salamandra, I believe her name is pronounced. You know, she said that God doesn't make any mistakes. You know, and she said she knows she's going to hurt, but she trusts God, you know. And that's that now faith, right? No matter how it looked. You know, faith is the evidence of things hoped for. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And just for this mother to have that kind of faith, you know, excuse me, just for her to have that kind of faith, you know, your child, you know. So anyway, that's where my head been at. I'm talking about every 5 minutes. That's where my head been at. just seeing any updates or anything, you know. Because I pray for that family. The father has said that his daughter was supposed to bury him. It wasn't supposed to be the other way around. You know. This is a mean world we live in. Oh, this is a mean world. You know, you ever think back in the days? I don't, you know, I have different demographic of ages that watch my YouTube channel. But I'm talking about, I'm 53, so I'm talking about like back in the days where you can go to your neighbor and get a cup of sugar. And I'm talking about my mom. You can go to your neighbor and get a cup of sugar or borrow some milk. Everything was kind of tight-knit. I'm talking about the black community. I know there's stuff going on, but I'm talking about the black community. African-American community. We don't even know our neighbors. People that live right next door to you. I'm talking about an arm reach away from where you lay your head and sleep at night. We don't even know our neighbors. Boy, if prayer was ever needed, it's needed now. You know, as a child, you know, I've heard since I was a child that we living in the last days. Baby, if this ain't the last days, signs and wonders, I don't know what is, you know. And I think about my granddaughters, you know, them coming up and, you know, choosing their friends, you know, and thinking, really understanding and comprehending, like, this is my friend. Do you even know what a friend is? Who was that? Houdini had the group, they had a song out, Friends. How many of us have them? Friends, ones you can depend on. You know what I'm saying? Man, and I just think about how I threw that word around so much, especially when I was using. When I was using, we about to have a good time. You was my friend. This is my friend. You know, my mama like, who is that? This is my friend. You know what I'm saying? But boy, oh, all right, girl. I cannot stop thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about it, and I can't stop imagining what if that was my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So I pray for her whole family, you know, her sister, you know, a lot of people was affected by her death, by her murder, you know. It wasn't just a simple death, you know. She got pneumonia or she got COVID and she died, you know, and my heart goes out to people who have lost loved ones in that aspect, but this girl was beaten to death. I watched that video because I seen it on Facebook and I screen recorded it. And I watched that because I guess YouTube, Facebook doesn't have the same standards as YouTube. And yeah, they playing it all over Facebook, you know. And I'm just looking at this girl just getting beat up. I'm talking about, that wasn't even a beating. You know what word comes to mind? That was a crucifixion. That's the word that comes to mind. Crucifixion. Oh, Jesus. So, I don't know if her mom watched my videos or even be on YouTube like that. But a special prayer and a special hug and a shout out to her mother and her father. And I know, I was just watching the news and it was a 12-year-old boy who snuck out the house to go be with his friends. Atlantic Station is downtown Atlanta. And the boy ended up getting killed in the crossfire it was gunfire from the group of people he was with, you know, I don't know if they were gangs or whatever, but the boy ended up dying. You know, he got shot, him and another little boy, because these is babies, these is kids. And he snuck out the house to go hang out with his friends, and they showed the friends getting on the train. Now, they showed the one clip of the little boy with them. They all, you know, laughing, talking, and all of that. And then in the next clip, it's the friends getting on the train. They laughing and talking. And like, you just left them there to die? You know, this generation, this young generation, is cut from a whole different cloth. So, I had to get it out. And I think, like, doing my lives, I kind of just gave y'all an update and didn't really pour my all into how I'm feeling about this situation, you know. I mean, that's like it was my daughter, you know. So, but I pray for all of them. All 6 of them, I pray for them. And for their families. Because they got a long road ahead of them, and so does their family, you know. But the Bible says, judge not, lest ye be judged, you know. And we do judge people. It's in our human nature. And to be realistic, and because I try to be a realist, you better be judging some folks. You know, you give somebody a ride, yo man, I need you to run me to the bank. You know, I need to go cash this check, and I only could go to this bank over here. Oh, okay, man. Come on, you ready? While you thinking he in there cashing a check, he in there robbing the bank. And guess what? You an accessory to him robbing that bank. God forbid somebody gets shot and killed. You going down with him. You know, and I told my grandson, you know, because 17, there's something about that young age. There's something about it. It's like they invincible, you know. Like all the stuff they see happening across the world, across the board, in black communities, they think they're untouchable. Like it can't happen to them. And baby, it can. And it does. And it do. You know, so anyway, baby, I just need to get that out. I just needed to get that out. It feel good doing a video. I am gonna edit this video. I'm gonna take you guys with me to Walmart. And yeah, we just gonna hang out for a little bit. I ain't really got nothing going on. I ain't going out to eat nowhere. I can eat at home. You know, so but yeah, I just, you know, and you know what? Let me share this with y'all, because I believe in transparency, right? So it was, it started out like I want to get me a new TV. You know, since my husband didn't let me take a TV, I want to go get me a new TV. And so what I found out in venturing in this journey, what I found out was the money needed to be put other places other than me getting a TV, right? So I had started donating plasma. There's different plasma centers all around, and you donate and they give you $100. Like your first 8 donations is $100. One of them is $125, and then the rest of them is $800. I mean, it's $100 each. And I was doing that, and you know, some bills came up, and I needed to get food, and because I used everything I had saved to pay for my apartment. And I started doing that, and like I said, the money, I thought why I started doing it, was for me to get a TV, and like I said, it needs to go towards bills and whatever like that. But what happened was I ended up having a reaction, because they say you're supposed to eat, don't drink dairy, don't eat dairy. And so I hadn't been eating, going to get, they take your blood out and they take the plasma out, then they put the blood back in, and then they give you saline to help hydrate you. And so I was on the machine, and this was just a few weeks ago. I was on the machine, and I guess I'm really feeling some type of way that I took that avenue. I'm not embarrassed by it. I'm not ashamed by it, because it did help me pay some bills. It did help me get some food. It did help me get gas in my car. So I'm just telling y'all my truth. A half a truth is a whole lie, right? So I'm on this machine, and the bottle got to fill up so much. It's almost like a quart size bottle, but it's round. And so I'm on the machine, and my thing fill up, and it's time for them to return my blood. It's time for the machine to return my blood and start the saline to coming into my body. And it felt like a vacuum in my body, and I didn't know what that was. Why did this get so dark? I didn't know what that was. It seemed like my camera got dark. But anyway, so it felt like it was a vacuum from within, and it felt like it was pulling me out from within. And I'm, doing this, and I'm, trying to get somebody attention, because it's the A's, maybe about 6 or 7 A's on the floor, and there's so many beds, and they watch everybody and hook you up, put the thing in your arm. And ironically, I hate needles, but I wanted the money. And the guy next to me, I was able to turn to him, and I'm doing this. I'm telling him, because when the pressure is on, they put a blood pressure cup on, and when it tightens up, you're supposed to pump like this, and that helps pump and separate the plasma from your blood. And I couldn't pump, and that's how I knew something was wrong, right before I got that feeling. So anyway, the guy next to me, he says, hey, something is wrong with her, something wrong with her. And so they all come over, and they stop the machine, and they start giving me saline, like right away. They didn't stop the machine, because they couldn't just stop it, because my blood was still intertwined in the tubes, but they reversed it. So it wasn't on a take cycle, it was on a give cycle. So my blood was coming back in, and the cords have little suctions in them where they can stick an IV in it or stick a needle in it. And so they end up giving me 2 bags of saline. And I think I'm pronouncing it right, saline. Am I all the way? Oh, okay, I can go this way. And so what happened was, they gave me that. They made me wait like a half an hour to make sure I was okay. And I was really fearful of that, because number one, I had never experienced that. And number two, I didn't want to die there, I don't know if what I'm saying or how I'm saying it, if it's making any sense, but I was scared. I was literally petrified, And with all of that being said, I had to wait for the doctor to come in and to clear me to continue. And so I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I did go. Today is third. I went yesterday morning, and I was praying like, God, please let everything be okay. You know, so I ate, and I made sure I drank water, and you know, so by me missing 2 weeks, they only give you a certain amount of time to get that $800. And so I'm telling the girl, I'm like, well, I should still be able to get $100, you know, for these last sessions. I think it was maybe 4 sessions. And so she went and talked to them, and they said, well, you'll get 100 today, and then you can come back 2 more times, and you will get 100 for each time. So really, instead of getting the $825 for the 45 days, they give you 45 days to get it. They end up saying I could get it 3 more times. So really, it was $725. So yeah, you know, I'm not saying that I'm better than, but when I tell you, being on that machine and being as fearful as I was, and then to go back and get on the machine again, you know, and I was thankful to God that everything, let me see if I'm going the right way. Yeah. I was thankful to God that everything worked out. So I tell y'all, all the time, left to my own devices, I'd tear some stuff up. I ain't got to worry about what you would do to me. I do it all to myself, you know. So anyway, that was my truth that I wanted to share with y'all. I think that's going to be it. I don't think I really need to go to Walmart with me. I'm just going in and pick up a prescription. There's so many things in my head that I'm trying to make sense. You know. I love you guys. I'm gonna hop off of here, and today is Thursday, and it's about 3:28. So I'm gonna hop off of here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for 1K. Thank you. I love you all. Bye.